A new year brings new opportunities and with them, new ways to make your money work for you. If 2024 was all about making promises, 2025 is the year to take action. In today's video, I'm sharing 5 powerful tips to transform your finances this year. And if you enjoy these tips, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive in. First, set smart financial goals. In 1981, George Doran introduced the concept of SMART goals in his article, There's a Smart Way to Write Management's Goals and Objectives. This methodology helps people define their goals clearly, making it easier to achieve them. SMART is an acronym for 5 essential components of goals setting. S is for specific. Goals should be clear and well defined. Instead of saying, I want to save money, be specific. I want to save $10,000 for a trip to Europe. M is for measurable. Include numbers or benchmarks to track progress. For example, I'll save $833 per month to reach my goal in 12 months. A is for achievable. So make sure your goal is realistic, based on your financial situation. Saving $10,000 in a year might work if you earn $5,000 a month, but it's unrealistic if you make $1,500. R is for relevant. Your goal should make sense for your life and priorities. Saving for travel might be motivating for one person, but irrelevant for someone focused on buying a house. And T is for time-bound. So you must set a clear deadline. For instance, I want to save $10,000 by December 2025. A study by the Dominican University of California revealed that people with clear goals are 42% more likely to achieve them than those who don't set specific objectives. For instance, Anna, a 30-year-old dreaming of a new car, went from saying, I want a car soon, to a SMART goal saying, specific, I want to buy a car model X, measurable, I need $60,000, achievable, so I can save $1,000 per month by adjusting my budget, relevant, because a car will let me accept better job offers in another city, and time-bound, because I want to achieve this goal in 5 years. So Anna ended up didn't just buying her car, but she also developed better financial discipline. The second is automate and relax. Have you ever tried managing all your expenses on a spreadsheet? Here's how it usually goes. Day 1, you are motivated and you record everything perfectly. Then day 2 comes and you spend 5 minutes logging everything. Day 3 arrives, so you get busy and skip a day. Then day 4, now you're playing catch up, trying to record 2 days of expenses. Now it's day 5, you're frustrated, logging expenses start to feel like a chore. And day 6, so you realize you're just recording numbers but not actually seeing any results. And day 7, you give up, frustrated, and haven't saved anything. Sound familiar? This is where automation comes in. Instead of manually tracking every transaction, let technology do the heavy lifting. At the end of each month, you simply review your spending and adjust for the next month. Okay, but you might be thinking, how? And that's easy. Apps. Many apps lets you sync your bank account to consolidate all your transactions in one place. But a quick reminder, make sure to research these apps and ensure they're secure before linking your account. While categorizing your expenses might take a bit of time in the first month, these apps will automate the process going forward. That way, you can focus on staying within your budget instead of micromanaging every dollar. The key is to check in monthly, not daily. Spend a few minutes reviewing your spending trends and adjust as needed, and you'll see the big picture without getting bogged down by the details. The result? Less stress, more clarity, and actual progress toward your financial goals. Isn't it time to let go of outdated methods and let automation do the heavy lifting? I think it is. Third, adjust your time frames. A survey by the FINRA Foundation reveals that 44% of Americans can't cover a $400 emergency expense. Maybe you're there, dreaming about that $1 million account and don't even have 400 saved. And I get it. When I was in the early years of my career, I earned very little, often less than 500 a month. And yet, I dreamed. I made projections about when I would reach my first $1 million, but to be very honest, I needed to be resilient because it wasn't quick. I started by saving very small amounts, just a few dollars here and there. It felt almost impossible to imagine that Thiago from the past would one day have several $1 million. Here's one thing I've learned. Most people struggle to save money because they focus only on the amount, not the time frame. For example, they'll set a goal to save $10,000 but won't specify how long it will take. And the result, they start cutting back excessively, burn out quickly, and lose motivation. And here's the solution I applied to my finances. Break your goal into smaller, manageable time frames. And let me show you how to do it. To save $10,000 in 1 year, you'd need $833 per month. $833 per month is about $27.75 per day. And when you break it down like this, the goal becomes more achievable. You don't have to track every penny, but the point is that decomposing your goal makes it feel possible. Now let's adjust that projection to fit something more realistic, like saving $200 a month. If you save $200 per month, how long will it take to reach 10,000? Well, 10,000 divided by 200 equals 50 months. That's just over 4 years and 2 months. And 200 a month? That's about $6.67 a day. Can you skip 2 coffees, a snack, or another daily expense to make that happen? By spreading the timeline, your goal becomes realistic without overburdening your finances. Over time, as your income grows or you cut back on unnecessary expenses, you can even increase your savings and reach the goal faster. The key is consistency and patience. And remember this, saving small amounts regularly can lead to big results. Fourth, the 21-day challenge. Have you ever tried creating a financial habit but given up halfway? That's because forming a habit isn't just about discipline. It's about frequency and reward. Maxwell Maltz, a plastic surgeon, discovered that his patients needed at least 21 days to adapt to changes in their appearance after surgery. He wrote about this in his book Psycho-Cybernetics, which became a foundation for anyone looking to build new habits. Your goal? Save money for 21 consecutive days. How? By cutting out your coffee? No. Instead, by making smart decisions every day. It doesn't matter how much you save. What matters is making a conscious choice to save, even if it's just $1, based on a good decision you made that day. For example, on Monday, you didn't skip your coffee, but instead of buying it at a cafe, you made it at home and saved $5. On Tuesday, your meal card balance was low, so instead of going to the fancy Japanese restaurant with coworkers, you choose a more affordable spot and saved $10. On Wednesday, this weather was nice, so you decided to walk home instead of taking an Uber and saved $20. On Thursday, you realized you were paying for a streaming subscription you never use, so you canceled it and saved $10. On Friday, you skipped happy hour with friends and saved $50. On Saturday, you meal prepped for this week instead of dining out, saving $40. And on Sunday, do you keep saving? No, you reward yourself. If you saved $135 throughout the week, take 50% of that equals $67.50 and treat yourself. Go to a nice restaurant, buy a new outfit, or do something you've been wanting to do. Repeat this for 3 weeks and you'll create a saving habit that's not just effective, but also enjoyable because you are rewarding yourself along the way. I remember a time in my life when I worked at an investment firm, often for more than 15 hours a day. And you know what? It was enjoyable. Why? Because at the end of the week, we had an agreement. Whoever worked the hardest would win a booster pack of collectible magic cards. That small reward made the sacrifices worthwhile and kept the journey light. You need to do the same with your finances. A small sacrifice paired with a reward makes all the difference. Fifth, now I'll teach you the second first fruit principle. The word first fruit means the first things. What comes first and holds absolute priority. In the Bible, when God speaks of first fruits, He instructs that the first portion of our income be set aside for His kingdom. This is why many Christians fulfill 10% of their income as soon as they're paid, a demonstration of faith and obedience. Now let's set aside the spiritual aspect for a moment and consider this. What would happen if someone decided to fulfill only at the end of the month? The likely outcome, nothing would be left, or at best, far less than the planned 10%. Because unexpected expenses always arise, and money has a way of finding other uses. Why does order matter then? When you fulfill at the beginning of the month, you are not only putting your faith in God first, but also setting a clear boundary for the rest of your finances. This forces you to live within what's left. It's a simple but powerful principle. What you prioritize first shapes everything else. Now let's take this idea a step further with something I call the second first fruit. What is the second first fruit? After honoring your spiritual first fruit, set aside a second portion of your income, say 10%, for investing in your future. This isn't just about saving money, it's about making investing the second most important thing you do with your income. And why does this work? First, it eliminates the risk of nothing left. If you wait until the end of the month to invest, unexpected expenses will likely consume your money. But when you set aside your second first fruit up front, it's gone from your account and no longer competes with other expenses. And second, it shifts your mindset. Prioritizing investments builds the habit of thinking long-term. Just like tithing expresses faith, investing expresses commitment to your future. And third, it forces better budgeting. By allocating your investment money first, you naturally adjust your lifestyle to fit what's left, creating a more efficient budget. Conclusion: saving is just the first step. But in 2025, transforming your finances requires a shift in mindset. It's about adopting new habits, making smarter decisions, and thinking differently about money. Imagine starting the year with a clear plan, building small wins along the way, and ending the year not just with more money in your account, but with the confidence and control over your financial future. Make 2025 the year you stop just dreaming about financial freedom and start building it. You've got this. And if you liked this video, found it interesting, thought you something, like, comment, and subscribe by activating the bell to see the next ones. See you next time.